Hey, welcome to another Your Questions at Digital DJ Tips. Today we're talking about how to plug a DJ controller and laptop into a club setup. You turn up at a venue, they've got CDJs and a mixer, everywhere from small bars up to super clubs has pretty much the same kind of thing. How do you plug in when you turn up with your DJ controller and laptop? So there's two parts to this. There's the physical side of it, the practical side, how do I fit my gear in, and then there's the plugging in. There's the process to go through to get yourself ready to start DJing. Let's look at the practical side first. The controller and laptop are best either tucked in underneath the existing gear, or if you're lucky and you can move the CDJs, for instance, then that'll give you a bit of space to put them in. Actually, this is one example of where having a smaller controller is better than having the big all singing, all dancing boxes, because, for instance, this little Pioneer WeGo 3 that I have here, there's no problem to pop it on a laptop stand and just tuck it under one of the CDs. This is the Crane Elite laptop stand, the new Crane laptop stand that I've got here, but there's many stands in that kind of clamshell format. Like this one here is a Hercules stand. They're both really good, and I've used one for the laptop and I've put it under the left hand CDJ, and I've used one for this little controller under the right hand one. That's one way of doing it. If there is room, tucking over to the side is fine as well. You're going to have to do it on a case-by-case basis. So when you've got your gear plugged in, it's always worth taking a double or treble adapter that you can get some extra power, just in case they haven't got any extra power sockets there to plug your laptop in, or if your controller isn't USB powered, to plug that in as well. Once you've got all that lot set up, the next thing you're going to have to do is get yourself wired into the mixer. So let's look at how to wire into a club mixer. Now, this mixer's got a couple of CDs in it. There's one of the CDs there, which is on this channel here, channel 2. There's another CD here, which is on channel 3. And there's a couple of spare channels because it's a 4-channel mixer. So ideally, we're looking for a channel that nothing else is on, or at least that no one else is using, that we can use for our DJ controller. I'm going to use channel 1 here, which is looking pretty good. There's nothing plugged in around the back. And taking my usual output for my DJ controller, I'm going to plug into channel 1, and I'm going to avoid phono. There's the big rule: avoid anything with the words phono written on it, because they are not good for plugging DJ controllers in. It will sound terrible. So once you're plugged in, check that all the knobs are pointing up. Check all the knobs are at 12 o'clock, which gives you a good place to start from, and check that the line fader, which is just the upward fader, is down. That means there's nothing going to come out into the main mix from this channel, whatever you do. And at this point, we want to get our levels on the channel the same as the DJ who's currently playing. So let's start a tune and pretend a DJ is playing away here. He's going to have a level on his side, which is showing the level of the music coming out of his channel, and we want to kind of match that without going into the red. If he's going into the red, give his hand a little slap. So I'm going to start a track playing on my DJ controller. And I can see it's coming through on my channel as well now. It's not coming out of the PA because we've got our line down. And by using the top control, the trim or gain control, I want to set this as high as possible, or to match his level, but without going into the red. That looks about right. So I now know that I'm set up here, and I can cue my tune up on my laptop, and I'm ready to go when the DJ that's playing, when he or she says, hey, it's your turn now, then I can take over. So here's how to take over. By slowly fading out the other DJ, and by fading your fader up, you can then hit play on your deck, and you're off. And you're into the mix. You can now turn all the other faders down and do everything over on your DJ controller, and when you're finished, the DJ taking over can come back to the main mixer and can mix in over the top of you, moving you down when it's time for them. So there's, in a nutshell, how to set up in a DJ booth. I hope that's been useful to you. And if you want to have your question answered on Your Questions, then head over to the Digital DJ Tips forum and ask there. We answer all the best questions, or all the most asked questions, on a regular basis in these videos. And do remember to subscribe to the channel as well if you found this useful. Thanks for watching.